Hello everybody and welcome back to ADmiral and to this short video in which I want to try to let you know a few thoughts of mine regarding to episode 1 and episode 2 of series 11. I didn't pre-plan this, so sorry if I'm rambling a little bit and jump around here with my thoughts, but I thought would be maybe a good thing to let you know a few things that came up to my mind watching these episodes, and I think a few things I haven't said in my reactions, because after my reactions I always try right away to give you my thoughts on the episode, and not always I'm able to come right after the episode up with all the stuff that's going up here and translate them into English. All the time I have to, I start, let's say, let's explain it this way. I'm not a native speaker. English is not my native language, so I always have to translate my thoughts from German into English, and not always, especially right after an episode, that's so quickly possible for me, or I don't know how else to explain it. But however, now I try a little bit to come up with the stuff I forgot to mention, or some of it I have already wrote in the comments below under my videos about some of the maybe issues I can say of about episode 1, and I commented on them, like that the doctor said in the very first episode, right after she lands 30 minutes ago, I was a bloke, a Scottish bloke with white hair, and I brought that up because I thought the jump out of the TARDIS, or not the fall out of the TARDIS, and when she arrived at the train, that was one fall. So I think that was, but I don't think that's possible that she really needed 30 minutes from the TARDIS to that train falling. Maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes would be a reasonable number, but 30... So that stood so much out to me that I had to mention that. Maybe that is really nitpicking, and I don't should always be too literal with everything that what got said on the screen, but I felt in that moment that it's a writing mistake. Maybe it's not, it's just me. I totally willing to admit that is not a problem whatsoever, it's only me. It's not a big deal anyways, I can live with that. But yeah, that's... And in episode 2, when we talk about maybe writing errors, the doctor said when she found in her pocket the sunglasses, that they got her from... sorry, I have the names right now up here. But the names don't matter. That she had them from somebody else. She borrowed them from somebody else. But how can that be? In the very first episode in the train, she said, "Oh, empty pockets, I hate empty pockets." Okay, somebody in the comments of episode 2 told me there's maybe more a figure of speech, so nothing useful is in my pockets. But again, I don't think it's a good thing. No, I don't want to make the explanations up for myself why the doctor says stuff he says. It's not a big deal. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to nitpick and put everything into pieces and say this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. But these are the little things that stood out to me.
Where did I get the cup of tea? Answer. I'm the doctor. Just accept it.
Maybe sometimes we shouldn't ask for explanations. I stopped, but not willingly, unwillingly stopped asking a bit for explanations when the Doctor came back to Gallifrey. Gallifrey is back in our universe, and Clara asks him, how is that possible? And the Doctor only says, I didn't ask them. That would make them look clever or some... I'm paraphrasing here a little bit. And that's... of course I know what that is. That is Moffat saying, yes, I see, you fans, you want an explanation, but you don't get one. I think something like that Moffat said in an interview, why he doesn't bring back Gallifrey, and he thought, I think he said something like that, he's a showrunner, why not bring them back and bring them back? Don't make a big deal of it, bring them back just like that. But personally I have a little bit of a problem with an attitude like that, because when you're setting things up, or it looks like you're setting things up, like they did in the 50th anniversary special, with that scene, Matt Smith and Tom Baker together, and they ask, the Doctor, Matt Smith asked Tom Baker, is it that what I've going to do now, go looking for Gallifrey? And Tom Baker's Doctor said, that's totally up to you. You see, I have them still in my mind, these lines. That was, you get as an audience, or it's just, again, just me, I don't think so, but maybe it's just me, as an audience, I've got the feeling here, oh, he's setting something up here. In the future, maybe in the next series or in 2 series, we're getting to see a search for Gallifrey, maybe. Maybe in 2 or 3 episodes, we're getting clues here, and we're coming nearer to Gallifrey, and that's a thing. Okay, maybe this is just a problem, my problem. I make more out of a line than there is. Okay, agreed. That's possible. So I stop there to expecting things a little bit. That I thought they setting up. Okay, but enough of that. I like the companions. So far I like the companions. They are not so much in the forefront. They not right now really standing out in a big way. In a way I would say, oh, that is my new favorite companion or anything like that. They okay so far, and I think they will... we have plenty of episodes left in this season. We have only episode 1 and episode 2, so I think they will get their moments to shine. I'm totally sure of that. And there's another point, maybe, just maybe, and again, maybe I think too much into it, but this cancer illness that Graham had, I think that will come back. In some way, will that relate to his upcoming story, or he will have an advantage because he survived cancer, or something happened when he had cancer that made him survive that illness. Something alien, and we stumble upon about that, or something like that. And yeah, I really think they're setting things up for the future, even if I thought there is no serious overall arc, so a thing that will come at the end and get seeded over the entire series. I thought that's not a thing that will happen here, but we heard from the stanza the enemy from the very first episode in the second one, and I also think that is not some kind of accident. We will see more of them. Maybe not in the next episode, but we'll see more of them. I can't believe that's just something that comes up accidentally. Nothing really comes up accidentally when a writer is behind that. Or? I don't think so. Okay. What else to discuss? I like the TARDIS, the new interior. I really like it. I maybe didn't talk too much about it in the actual reaction. but I really like it. It's crystalline forms, and it looks interesting, and it's very interesting that these crystalline forms look like the screwdriver the Doctor made in episode 1. I know that piece on the top is from that Stinsa transport pod, or however that thing is called. Interesting that the TARDIS interior have a similar shape to that. Again an accident? Maybe, maybe not, or it's just designed this way. It makes sense that the screwdriver has a similar look to the TARDIS interior a little bit. It fits together, but the reason behind that, it could be just production-wise, and nothing else is behind that. Or maybe, again, an explanation will come for that. Okay. I could go on and talk about why she hadn't, the Doctor hadn't, after her accident with that train, any injuries. I know regeneration cycle, all of that I know, but at least it would be nice to see a little bit regeneration energy when she popped up into the frame. But again, maybe nitpicking. I don't want to be too negative. I'm really optimistically, I really think optimistically about this season. We have only seen 2 episodes, and so far I think Chris Chibnall didn't anything dramatically wrong here that I have to say this is absolutely wrong, I hate this. Okay, I know I'm a guy who, maybe not always, but most of the time, I hope for the best, and I don't expect the worst. I really like the intro, the new one, this really classic and new vibe that I get from this intro. The only complaint I have, I wished it would maybe 10 seconds more, but I know all of that time that we would got here with the intro, we lack in the actual story, but come on, 10 seconds. 10 seconds, that's nothing. But I really like it. I hope maybe they bring a longer version online some time in the future. That would be a great thing. It would be a really great thing. Yeah. So, and the next episode, I do not know too much about it. I didn't have watched the Next Time trailer or something like that, but I saw on the BBC's Doctor Who site that that will be a period piece. And yeah, I'm interested to see how that will go. So, they're not straight away on back at home at 2018. A period piece. So let's see how that goes. I'm really interested to see that. I hope you too. Yeah, what can I tell you more about my thoughts? Yeah, the companions. I really like Graham. Graham is really good. I like that these scenes in the last episode with the glasses. Besides the issue, where come these glasses? Where they? Forget it. But I like it. Looked hilarious on him, and he has them. Maybe he will put them on later in the season again. Very funny stuff. Yes, there isn't not too much to say about Yes right now. She's not annoying. But she is also not too much interesting right now. Only right now. At the point after episode 2. Maybe they will be more interesting. As I said before, I'm quite sure all of them will have at least one moment to shine in that series. Otherwise, that really would be bad writing. If you have so many people on the TARDIS team, you have all of them, you have to give all of them something. And I think that will happen. Yeah. And the dynamic between Graham and his grandchild, yeah, it's not really his grandchild, that is the grandchild of his now dead wife. It's also good and realistic so far, and yeah. So much to that. Interesting villains in the last episode. It looked almost like bed sheets flying around, and these mysterious words they said to the doctor. What was it? A timeless child. Blah, 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 blah. Again, that was something that stood out for me in a sense, like it's foreshadowing something is coming again. Maybe not. If not, then what was that all about? Just to make it sound mysterious? I don't hope so. I hope there is something that is coming. Something big. Bigger than a single story. But let's see, let's see. So far I like Jodie Whittaker's performance. I really like it. Maybe it's not perfect, but it's... Jodie Whittaker had a bigger chance to shine in the second episode than she had in the first one. I think that's for everybody, for every new actor who plays a doctor, a difficult task to bring him in episode 1 to life and make him his own, make him his own. And this character, you have to own this character, and that's not... I'm not an actor, but I think that it's not a very easy thing to accomplish. So what I wanted to say is, it felt much more like the Doctor in episode 2. In episode 1, it felt like the Doctor. It wasn't not really that impactful for me, only for me, that it could be. I said that I think twice in episode 1 and episode 2, that the episode 1 wasn't the strongest opening for a series ever, but it wasn't bad. So don't be angry with me, please. All of what I'm talking here is just my opinion, and maybe I'm very good in admitting that I'm not always right. But you're watching this, and because you're interested in hearing what I have to say so far. Yeah. And the other thing I would like to mention is the music. I like the music, but there's something that's missing that I really liked about Murray Gold's music. And I don't want to make the new composer look bad, but maybe it's not even a problem of the composer. Maybe it's a problem with the mixing, with the intensity of the music. Yes, in the TARDIS scene there was the music, it swelled up. That was good. That was really good. But most of the time I have the feeling, and that's maybe a thing whose Chris Chibnall is responsible for, very likely is, that the music is too far in the background. Not always. I don't want to have all the time a big noisy soundtrack. Only when it's really important. But the music is most of the time very in the background. At times so much in the background that I not even recognize there is music. Maybe that's a good thing, and the music shouldn't stand out all the time. Yes, that's probably a good thing, not stand out all the time. Let the scenes play. When the scenes not work, the music can make it better. It's not possible, but a good scene with the right music, with the right volume. Put up a little bit the volume at times when it's necessary. That's the thing that I'm a little bit missing. Murray Gold's music was so great, and it was, how can I say that? At times really uplifting and strong, and you really could, who couldn't yeah, no, not sing, but you go with the music, you know the music. There are so many pieces of music that you can remember. You have it in your ear when you think about Doctor Who. So far, there isn't one that really stood out to me. Besides the intro, that's very classic, that tune, and I really like it. That's really good, and that's a thing that the new composer did. I really like it. I really like it. And again, here and there were a few pieces I liked, but I think the main issue I have is at times the volume. It's too far in the background, and these uplifting themes. Maybe there wasn't many opportunities to bring them on so far, and we will get a little bit more of them. I think when the TARDIS started, at the end of the last episode, that theme, is that the new Doctor theme? Or is it a theme just for this episode? I really would like to know that. I'm not sure about that. It sounded good, it sounded really good. And I need more of that, a little bit more. But yeah, I hope I don't sound too negative here overall. I don't want to be. I really like so far what I have seen, and I liked episode 2 more than I liked, than I liked episode 1. Yeah. So I hope I made a few things a bit more clear here, and I hope you liked my thoughts and the things I talked about, and I'm seriously very interested to hear from you what you think about episode 1, episode 2, what issues do you have. That's part of the fun making these videos. Not only making reaction videos, I have other videos, maybe you know that, on my channel that I at times work really hard on because I always like to be a little bit more creative than just make reaction videos. There's nothing wrong with that, but I really feel the need. I done that before I had a Doctor Who, mostly Doctor Who related YouTube channel for myself, and friends watched the stuff I did. Yeah, and now you are able to watch them, so I'm really interested about your thoughts and to interact with you guys a little bit, at least a little bit. And yeah, it's always great to hear from you and hear your opinions, and I'm grateful for that, really. So all of this got a little bit longer, and that I have no idea how long I talked right now. I hope it wasn't too boring. Yeah, and I think I wrap this up right now, and thank you for watching. If you have watched until the end of this video, thank you very much. Are you interested in more of these kind of videos? Let me know that, please. Would be interesting to know. I don't want to bore you and bring stuff online that you don't care about at all. That would make no sense. Okay. Thank you for watching again, and I see you in one of my next reaction videos or one of my other videos. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.